going on, YouTube? Fix my shirt here, a little tight on me. It's Tom here with Star with No Gains. Now I'm here. And as you've probably heard today, if you're into bodybuilding and watching all the fitness YouTube channels, you probably heard today that Greene, unfortunately, sadly, is not going to compete in the Mr. Olympia this year. Basically, I heard about this kind of today, but I saw his video he put out last night, I think. And I didn't know what the hell it was about, and I saw him crying. I'm like, what the hell is this about? You know, because I know he is a very deep thinking person and very, what's the word, philosophical person. So I don't know if he was like having one of his rants or, you know, because, and that's what makes Greene, is he's a very different bodybuilder if you really think about it. You know, there's no one that really talks like that in the bodybuilding world. So then today I find out that, actually through YouTube, I found out through it. Two videos actually came up, two people I follow. I was going to give them a shout out. Chris Jones of Beast Mode Training Camp and Mark Lobliner of Tiger Fitness. Both videos showed up like, they must have been uploaded at the same time. So I watched Chris Jones first, and you know, they basically said the same thing. So that's why I'm kind of starting to think that this is the story. Now, the story was basically that, the story was basically that Greene wanted to have a booth or a station, whatever you want to call it, at the Olympia for his new supplement that he came out. He left Muscle Meds, of course, and now he's with his own company. You know, like a lot of these bodybuilders are doing that today, which is kind of cool, I think, because I think it kind of gives them a chance to put out maybe a better quality supplements. Like, let's be honest here. When Phil Heath was with Muscle Tech, everyone knows Muscle Tech is mostly garbage supplements, in my opinion. Just my opinion. Don't get butthurt if you're a Muscle Tech fan. Just my opinion. So now he probably has better quality supplements because it's his own company now. But that's here nor there. Anyway, so he went to whoever runs the Mr. Olympia. I don't know who the fuck it is. So he went to these people. I don't know who they were. But anyway, he's like, I would like to have a few free booths. I think he said more than one. I'm not really 100% sure, but I think he said more than one. I want a free few booths or stations, whatever you want to call them, to display my new supplement line that I have out at the Mr. Olympia. And the people are like, no, you have to pay for it. And then I guess what happened is or I think his agent was involved in this conversation, I've heard too, so I don't know. So maybe the agent said this, or said, okay, well, if you're not getting this, if you're going to make me pay for these, I will compete in the Mr. Olympia. And they're like, fine. Don't even show up to the expo either. And, you know, so I don't know if, you know, this happened. It doesn't, I don't know. It sounds like a very weird story, to be honest with you. So I don't really know. You know, that's what I've been hearing on a consistent basis. And then there's a couple of rumors going around that could be a hoax, and he's going to show up anyway. He's just going to be like, because, I mean, if this is a hoax, this is actually a pretty good hoax in my opinion, because it's got people talking. It's got me talking. It had Mark Lobliner talking. It had Chris Jones talking, and many other YouTubers talking about this. So it's getting bodybuilding out there and getting Mr. Olympia probably more coverage this weekend. So if it is a hoax, it's working. But who knows? But I don't really, you know, it's hard to tell, to be honest. I mean, because the video Greene put out, maybe yesterday or something, whatever it was, he was crying. And these guys aren't good actors. I highly doubt it. I mean, look at Arnold Schwarzenegger. He was an actor, not a great actor. You know? And he was a bodybuilder. These guys can't act. You know, so I don't think he was acting. It's, you know, hard to tell, but it seemed pretty sincere in the video when he was crying and stuff like that. So that's why I'm kind of thinking it's not a hoax because of just the video, but I could be wrong. So basically now, Kai Greene is out of the Mr. Olympia, and people are like, "What happened?" Yada yada yada, and then they're like, "Well, it could open a few doors for other bodybuilders," which is true. Which is, I think, is a one positive that will come from this. Even though I like Kai Greene, to be honest with you, and I was kind of disappointed to hear that he's not going to be in the Mr. Olympia. But then I thought, well, this opens doors for like Sean Roden, Dennis Wolf, Dexter Jackson. Just name a couple right there. And, because there are other great bodybuilders besides Kai Greene and Phil Heath. This is not the Kai Greene and Phil Heath show. This is the Mr. Olympia. So, any of those guys on stage have a chance of winning the Mr. Olympia. Me personally, I'd love to see Dennis Wolf win. I am a fan of Dennis Wolf, and I'd love to see him win, but who knows? This could be all hoax, and he could show up anyway, and then it won't fucking matter, really, but I doubt it. So, that's a couple things people are talking about. So basically, we'll have to see what happens, guys. I mean, it is this weekend, so we'll have to see really what happens with this whole bodybuilding thing. I mean, last year it was a hoax, or what I heard, that the little bickering between Phil Heath and Kai Greene, that was just like all a show, just to get a little entertainment. But we'll have to see what happens in this year's Mr. Olympia. I don't know. It sounds like he's out. It sounds like he's out, in my opinion. But we'll have to see. And I don't know why if this is a true story. I don't know if this is a true story. We have not really heard this from. This is just the grapevine, as they say. I don't know why. I guess because he thought, he's one of the greatest bodybuilders now. Besides Phil Heath, he's probably number 2. I guess maybe he thought he should get his own free booth because he is just, a good bodybuilder and all that, and they would give it to him. And I guess he thought maybe if he said, "Oh, if I say I'm not going to be in the Mr. Olympia, then they might, say, okay, no, that's fine." But I guess they didn't. So, oh well. We'll have to see what happens, guys. It's kind of an interesting story. It kind of just really made me wonder, really what the hell happened. If this story is true, he kind of shot his own foot off, as they say, or, whatever saying you want to use, because what I heard is that these guys are kind of not really that, when you want to buy a booth from these people that run the Mr. Olympia, they're not very flexible, and they're just very stern on the price and all that. So it sounds like maybe he thought that, oh, I'm like a great bodybuilder, I can, get like a special treatment or something, but I guess that wasn't the case. All right, anyway, guys, that's pretty much my take on it. We'll have to see what happens in the next couple of days. The Mr. Olympia does really not start. It officially starts Friday, but the actual show doesn't start till Saturday. So we still got a couple of days to see what happens. Maybe things will change. It's only Tuesday night here, guys, so we'll have to see what happens. Hopefully, maybe he'll compete. If not, oh well. We'll have to see what happens with Kai Greene. Anyway, this has been Tom with Start With No Gains. Now we're here. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and all that good shit. And I will see you in the next one. Peace out, guys.